I canceled our wedding after finding my fiancé secretly taking photos of my sister in the shower. His entire family says I am overreacting to a childhood habit and I am destroying a good man over a harmless childhood habit that doesn't mean anything. Yesterday, his mother showed up at my workplace with his childhood therapist to explain why I should understand his special needs. Jake and I were together for 4 years. He was kind, attentive, and seemed to genuinely adore me. When he proposed last year, I didn't hesitate to say yes. His family welcomed me immediately, almost desperately, which I found touching at the time. My younger sister Maddie moved in with us temporarily 3 months ago after a bad breakup. She's 22, just out of college, saving for her own place. Jake was surprisingly enthusiastic about the arrangement, insisting she take our guest room with the attached bathroom for privacy. Last week, while Jake was at work, Maddie came to me trembling. She'd noticed a strange black spot in the corner of the shower ceiling, what looked like a tiny camera lens. We found a small wireless camera perfectly disguised in the vent. I was horrified, assuming someone had broken in to install it. Then Maddie mentioned something odd. The vent was dusty when I moved in, but spotless 2 weeks ago. Like someone had cleaned it recently. While Maddie stayed with a friend, I tore the house apart looking for answers. In Jake's office, behind his collection of vintage cameras, I found a locked drawer. Inside was an old phone filled with hundreds of photos, not just of Maddie, but of his female cousins, my college roommate, who'd stayed with us last Christmas, even my mother when she visited. When confronted, Jake broke down crying, not with shame, but with anger, that I'd invaded his privacy. His explanation chilled me. I've been doing this since I was 12. My parents know I saw a therapist for it in high school. It's just how I process curiosity. I would never actually touch them. Instead, his mother sighed and said, he told you about his little habit. We hoped you'd never find out. It doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He's always been special. You are the only woman he's ever connected with normally. I ended our engagement that night and asked him to leave. The barrage began immediately. His 3 sisters called me heartless for abandoning him over something he can't help. His father offered to pay for separate bathrooms in our future home, so this won't happen again. His childhood therapist left voicemails explaining that Jake's voyeuristic tendencies were separate from his capacity to be a loving husband. Yesterday, his mother and the therapist ambushed me at work, cornering me in the break room to explain that Jake's condition should be viewed like any other disability, something a loving partner accommodates. When I asked if they'd told the other victims, they looked confused. Victims? These are just photos. No one was hurt. I've moved in with my parents temporarily. Jake's family continues sending wedding gifts to my office with notes about forgiveness and unconditional love. My own parents are divided. My father is furious, but my mother suggested I am throwing away a good future over one flaw. But here is what I keep coming back to. If his entire family knew about this habit for years and helped hide it, what else might they be hiding? What other special needs would I discover after marriage? Some families normalize the unforgivable to protect their own. I refuse to become part of a family where violating women's privacy is dismissed as a quirk to be managed rather than a violation to be condemned.